do you good. Oh, the music's gone. Howdy, how is everybody today? It's Friday. You're having a great Friday. This is one of those days in Oklahoma where the wind is about to come sweeping down the plains. So if I disappear all of a sudden, it's because the wind blew me away. Anyway, it's Friday. It's time to have fun. Time for some lunch with Dad because, let's play some more music. We got a lot of music to play today because
Mickey Mouse says it's 13 o'clock. Well, that's quite a shock.
Oh, I've been wanting to play. I've forgotten about that song for a long time, but I thought it would be fun to play that one day at lunch with Dad. It's 13 o'clock. It's time for lunch with Dad. Let's have some fun. How is everybody this week? All right, so let's get this party started. All right, first off, we got to say thank you to our buddies at CelebrationShirts.com for sponsoring Lunch with Dad. If you haven't been over to Celebration Shirts, go over and look at Celebration Shirts. We've even got a store over there where you can see some really fun, I never can, whatever. Really fun t-shirts. I hate it when my brain quits working right in the middle of a sentence. That's what I get for getting old. But anyway, there's some really great t-shirts that are over there that you can go over and look in our store, look at Celebration Shirts, take a look at their Facebook page. Really cool Facebook page. Anyway, CelebrationShirts.com. Give them a little holler and say hello. Tell them Dad sent you, and they'll take great care of you. Great shirts. You'll love them. All right. One thing we did last week, and I actually forgot to do this last week, is we were supposed to give away, hang on, I got to get all my windows up. Overlays, that's the one I'm looking for. We were supposed to give away a book last week, only it's not this book. It's actually this book. They're actually the same, except the covers are different. We put a new cover on Dad's book last week, and we still got some of the old covers, and I'm just giving away the old covers. So we're going to have a little giveaway today. All you got to do is like, comment, share, something like that. Justin, here's a picture of Justin. Justin won last week. We got Justin his book last week, and here's Justin. He was just so thrilled. His wife posted this in the group down below, and Justin won, and we're so thrilled that Justin was happy to get his book. All right, so we're going to give one of those away, one with the old cover on it. If you like, share, we really appreciate that. It really helps us when you comment, when you like, when you share, so other people can see what's going on in Dad's cool Facebook group. Isn't this thing so cool? Yesterday, I think it was yesterday, well, maybe it's this morning. I think it was this morning. This morning, we passed 1,000 members in this group. That's just, it's really fun. I know a lot of you have been commenting. You've been sending things in. You've been sending pictures in, and that's just great. That's what we want. That's what this is for. So we can all share our love of Disney in this group. And we're to 1,000 members now, and we're having a big giveaway. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to give away, I've got a prize pack. I don't know, I'll probably include a book and maybe a growth chart. Who knows what I'm going to throw in? If I'm in a great mood, who knows what I'll throw in? But there's going to be some kind of prize pack, and the way you enter is down in the stream of the group. So it may even be tagged to the top. It pops up to the top all the time because people are entering all the time. I know I saw about an hour and a half ago there were like 17 or 18 had already entered. All you got to do is tag a couple of people that aren't in the group, and you're entered. So go ahead and enter our little contest to win a prize pack. I don't know what it's going to be yet. I might give you the shirt off my back. No, I won't do that because I wear these things all the time. They're kind of stinky. But we'll find you some stuff to give away, to give you for our little prize pack. Anyway, so go and enter. Love to have you enter. All right. All that out of the way. We got, that's all the announcements. So let's get started. This week, what are we going to do? I always like to have a plan, so I've got a big plan. See all these notes on here? All of these notes? got a whole slew of notes. Hey, is anybody out there? Say hello. I don't see anybody commenting in the comments. Anybody out there? Say hello, Dad. Hi, Dad. How are you? Happy Friday, Dad. Maybe I'm just not seeing all the comments, but I don't see any out there. Anyway, okay. They just told me there's lots of comments. I don't know why I'm not seeing them all. All I'm seeing is the Dad's Guide comments. All right, so I won't say anything more about them. Thank you for your comments. I appreciate them. All right. So anyway, let's get on to the plan. Today's plan. We're going to start off with the news of the week. There's a little bit of news, not a great lot. Then I'm going to talk about the Great Dole Whip Conspiracy. There's a conspiracy out there, and it revolves around Dole Whip. So the Great Dole Whip Conspiracy. Free dining. Free dining is coming. We're going to talk about that. Then I'm going to talk about how to use FastPass Plus, and then we'll have questions. I've got a bunch of Ask Dad questions, but I'll put questions. You got any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll get them. We'll answer them right here, right now, live today. It'll probably be about 45 after before we get to questions, but I'll be answering questions today live. All the questions, we'll get them answered. We'll go as long as it takes. Well, not as long as it takes, but we'll try to answer your questions here today. And then we'll have some final thoughts, and we'll pick a winner. I got a little sticky that reminds me right there to pick a winner today because I forgot last week. All right, so we'll do all of that before the day is over. That's the plan for today. All right, so it's time for the news. It's time to get serious, Dad. It's time for the news. Right, Dad, get serious. Come on. Who are we talking about here? All right, first thing in the news this week, Tomorrowland is getting a fresh coat of paint. Whoopee! But apparently there's a big purple wall that everybody's all excited about, and it's getting a paint job. Okay, so the purple wall is getting a paint job. My assistant, Stephanie, was telling me about this purple wall thing. Apparently it's a real big thing on Instagram. I don't do much Instagram. I'm an old man, I know. But anyway, so I didn't know much about the purple wall, but apparently the purple wall getting painted is a big deal. We'll see. It may be a purple wall again when they get done. Disney paints things all the time. That's just part of what they do. That's what they need to do. Maintenance. It's normal. All right. Next, Disney is introducing Bluetooth unlocking of doors at the Wilderness Lodge using the My Disney Experience account. Now, you can already use your Magic Band and go unlock a door. Yes, that's my mic right there. Unlock a door with your Magic Band. I should have a Magic Band on, but I don't. You can unlock a door with your Magic Band, but Disney has started a new thing where you can take your phone. They're testing a new thing at the Wilderness Lodge and unlock the door using the My Disney Experience and your phone with Bluetooth. I don't know why. What's going on, Disney? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. As a favorite movie of mine used to say, doesn't make any sense, Admiral. Okay, you old people might understand that, but okay. So, Bluetooth, testing it. They've already got Magic Bands. Why? All right. Next, Disney files paperwork to clear the land where the Star Wars Hotel is going. They're not starting construction. They haven't cleared an inch of land. They just filed the paperwork. And we don't know for sure it's where the Star Wars Hotel is going to go, but it makes a lot of sense that will be where the Star Wars Hotel goes. When you look at the pictures, and that's probably for the Star Wars Hotel. So we're still a couple of years away from the Star Wars Hotel being open, even though Star Wars Land is going to be open next year. Okay. Now, a lot of you have asked me over the past few weeks about fast passes for Toy Story Land. And how's it going to work? Well, we're kind of starting to see hints about that. This week, some of those club level guests that can make their fast passes early have been starting to see fast pass availability at Toy Story Land. And what they're seeing is all the rides in Toy Story Land, Toy Story Mania, Alien Saucer Swirl, Slinky Dog Dash, all three of those rides are being Tier 1 rides. All the rest of the rides at Hollywood Studios are being Tier 2 rides, and you can only pick one of the Tier 1 rides and two of the Tier 2 rides per day. That's what they're seeing. Will that be what it is? Yeah, probably. That's what makes the most sense. So what they did with Avatar over at Animal Kingdom when it opened, with Pandora, all of that, that just what makes the most sense. That's going to be the busiest area. That's going to draw people for months and months and months. So those are going to be Tier 1 Fast Passes. You're only going to be able to pick one. All right. So I'm going to skip this last one because this is not a big deal. And we got to move. All right. So on to the Great Dole Whip Conspiracy. I don't know if you saw it this morning over on the Dad's Guide Facebook page, but there is a Great Dole Whip. Is that driving you nuts? It's driving me nuts a little bit. Well, let's just leave it there. There is a Great Dole Whip Conspiracy going on. I love conspiracy theories. Not really, but all right. So it's a conspiracy. Play the music. Oh, that's why that was not there. All right. So there's a great conspiracy going on.
Paranoia strikes deep into your life, it grew creep.
Yeah, there's a little paranoia going on in Dad's little world. Paranoia strikes deep, Dad. Okay, so what's going on? What is this Great Dole Whip Conspiracy? Well, over the last few trips, I've been noticing, especially when Mrs. Mom and I went back in November. We were there for 6 days. We were in the park for 6 days, and 5 days in a row, we had a Dole Whip every day. We didn't get one the last day because Dad messed up, but we didn't get one the last day, but we had them for 5 days in a row. And one thing I noticed was one day they would be nice and creamy, just like the Dole Whip you always get at Aloha Isle. It was just, the perfect Dole Whip. The next day they would be kind of like a Slushy. Now they would be frozen. It would be just, it would be normal. They taste good, but the consistency was different. They were grainy and slushy type. So what's going on? Why grainy one day? Why slushy the next day? And it just kept going back and forth. If you look real close at those pictures, let me bring those pictures back up. Push this thing right here. You'll be able to see that some of them, maybe you can see the one in the lower right is real grainy. The ones up at the top are kind of slushy. Are kind of smooth and creamy. So we saw this over and over. Now, when we went on the cruise, we got one that was slushy and just kind of expected. That was what the picture kind of showed when we were on the cruise, and kind of figured that they were using some different kind of system. But at Disney World, you'd expect them to be consistent. Now, I hear that they tell me that if you don't churn the mix long enough, it's slushy when it comes out of the machine. And then once it's been churned long enough, then it turns into creamy. Well, I know a little bit about chemistry, and I've watched Iron Chef and Chopped and all those places where they make ice creams, and I know a little bit how ice cream is made. And that's not the way it happens. It doesn't matter. If you don't churn it long enough, if you churn it too long, it turns to butter, right? Ice cream, you got it. Anyway, I don't know. They keep telling my assistant Stephanie keeps telling me, no. Anyway, she might be right. But I think it's a conspiracy. And we need to look into it. So what I want you to do is I want you to show me your Dole Whip. I want to show me your pictures of Dole Whip. Go over on the Dad's Guide page, and if you've got a picture of a Dole Whip, show me and tell me if it was creamy or if it was what is the other? Slushy. Creamy or slushy. And which do you prefer? Creamy or slushy? It's a big conspiracy. Somebody's out to get us. Anyway, I thought I'd just have a little fun with that. But really, I'd love to see your pictures of Dole Whips and check out Creamy or Slushy. Have you noticed this great conspiracy? All right. Oh, enough of that. Okay, let's move on before everybody quits watching because Dad's being so silly this morning. This afternoon, I guess. It's still morning in Oklahoma. All right. Free dining is here. Almost. All right, so April, we had this big plan. April is going to be free dining month. And we were going to start today rolling out a big free dining wait list. And we're still doing that, the free dining wait list. You'll probably see, we'll have the link down below. You can join our free dining wait list. But yesterday got kind of a scare because yesterday we were talking about this. All of a sudden, yesterday afternoon, Shannon sends me a note that says, Shannon, our partners from Destinations for Travel, sent me a note that says, hey, our agent was just told that free dining is coming out tomorrow. Disney, some cast member at Disney told her that free dining is coming out tomorrow. Tomorrow? No, it doesn't come out to the end of the month. What are you talking about tomorrow? Hey, Shannon, where you go find out? This would be one of Disney's all-time best tricks because free dining usually comes out at the end of the month. In fact, I had it slated. I can't even see out of these glasses. I had it slated for coming out like the 23rd, and it still may. That still may be the right date. But usually when all during the month of April, all of us Disney types are talking about free dining. We're hearing rumors about what's the dates are going to be, when it's going to come out. And we're making all these posts and generating all this buzz about it. And all of a sudden Disney drops it without any warning, 2 weeks early, 3 weeks early. That would have been the all-time that we've ever seen out of Disney. But that didn't happen. Now, will it drop Monday? It might. I'm not hyping this. I have no clue what's going to happen. If Disney's already telling people, especially cast members, telling travel agents that it's dropping, it's going to drop. It's just when. So I would highly recommend you go join our free dining wait list. And the link's down in the comments already. There's a page. You fill out the form. You'll be on the wait list. Destinations to Travel will get in touch with you. They will set up your reservation. They will work on getting free dining for you. They've got some... Lately, they've been really, really successful at getting people discounts. The system is starting to work better for travel agents, especially for Destinations Travel. Destinations Travel has become a pretty big deal in the Disney travel agent industry, and they're starting to get some perks like being able to book things and having better availability. So, free dining April, it's free dining month. Usually April 23rd, 24th, that last week of April is when we really expect it to happen, but it could happen Monday. It's not going to happen today, never happens over the weekend, but it could happen Monday. So go ahead, join the free dining wait list. If you're going anytime in the fall, free dining comes out, usually starts in mid to late August and runs through December. There are blackout dates all over the place. October will be blocked out. The week of Thanksgiving will be blacked out. Once December 15th and past will be blacked out. But hotels, the availability is going to be very limited. It always is. So you need to get on this early. And one of the ways to do that is get on our free dining wait list and let Destinations to Travel take care of it for you. All right. So free dining. It's here. It's here, free dining. Most exciting time of the year for most people. Okay, so one thing I want to do today is to talk about FastPasses. It's and what specifically is how to use FastPass, how to use FastPass Plus. So this month is Crowds Month here at Dad's Guide. We're rolling out, we worked on the Crowds pages this week. We got some new Crowds pages, some refreshed Crowds pages up this week. Next week, we're going to work on FastPass and some other Crowds pages. Have some more announcements coming about that in just a minute. But we are working on things that help you with crowds. And one of the things that helps the most when you're dealing with crowds at Walt Disney World is FastPass Plus. Obviously, it's, FastPass Plus basically is a front of the line. Go right to the front of the line. The old Bob Uecker. I must be on the front row type thing. But actually, it works. You actually do walk right by the crowds and right up to the front of the ride. So FastPass is a great tool for dealing with crowds. So today what we're going to do is we're going to go through and look at how FastPass Plus works. All right, so some of the basics that you need to know about FastPass. Now, a lot of you may already know this, but don't tune out. This is going to be pretty good. So a lot of you some of the things you need to know about FastPass are you can only create 3 FastPasses a day. You have to have a My Disney Experience account. FastPasses can be canceled, changed. It's real easy through your My Disney Experience account to cancel them, make them, cancel them, and change them. We're actually going to do that here in just a minute. After the first 3 are used, you can make more. You can even cancel the third one and make a new one right after you've after you've done the second one. You can cancel it. You can even make one after the 3 are done. You can make them in another park. Even after 2 are done, you can cancel the third one and make them in another park. So you can do multiple parks now in the same day. You didn't used to be able to do that. Okay, so, all right, so which which rides should you FastPass? Well, we have a pretty cool little cheat sheet that will help you with that. If you go over to our FastPass page, you'll be able to see this. But this cheat sheet tells you what rides you should always FastPass. Here we've got the Magic Kingdom. Always a good idea to FastPass these rides. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, and so forth and so on. So these are always a good idea. On busy days, you probably will want to think about fast-passing these, and you never need these, never being kind of a big word. If you want to ride these and you don't want to wait in line, you can do these. It's a Small World rarely has a long line. Usually it's 5 to 10 minutes. So, but if you want to walk right on, or if you're going during a very busy time, then you might need a fast pass for It's a Small World. So those are some rides that fast pass cheat sheet will be very helpful. And over there on our wrong button. Over there on our FastPass page, we also have a list of all the rides that you can FastPass. Okay, so when should you plan your FastPasses? What time of the day should you plan your FastPasses for? Usually, I don't plan FastPasses for first thing in the morning. You can't make FastPasses for like the first hour of the day. That's why that's a great time to ride rides, because you're not competing with the FastPass people. So I really like having that first part of the day up till about noon to tour and to ride the rides, because that's the slowest time of the day. Then as you move into the afternoon, that's when I like to make my fast passes in the afternoon and leave the evening time for those extra fast passes. You won't always get the extra fast passes, because if they're booked up, you won't get them. But those evenings are great for extra fast passes. So let's just show you how to make a fast pass. All right, so this is going to take me just a minute. We're going to do this. We're going to go over here and go to the Disney website. So once you're on the Disney website, what you do is you go over here to My Disney Experience, and you go down to FastPass. Boom! Come on, show it. All right, so once the FastPass comes up, you go down here and you got to sign in. Okay, I'm not signed in yet, so I'm going to sign in real quick. Come on, don't get hot on me. All right, so we're signing in, and now we're going to go pick a FastPass. Now, I've got to be at Disney World on April 23rd. I haven't. This is the next time I'm going for my second round to see the Toy Story updates. So I'm going by myself, so I'm not going to pick any of my family, but let's say my wife was going. I could add her to this, and we could do 2 at once. And now she'll move up here. I uncheck her, and then it's very easy to choose. And if you need to add somebody, you just add them over here. All right, so we're going to go to April 23rd. And we are going to choose April 23rd, and then it's going to show the parks. I haven't been in Animal Kingdom for a while, so I'm going to go to Animal Kingdom in the morning of April 23rd and buzz around over there and see if I can do something. Now, let's see. I can pick 3 FastPasses, so I'm going to pick Dinosaur. Okay, I'm going to add another one. Yes, I want another FastPass. Continue on the same day. Yes. You should be able to make 3 without having to go back through all of this. But anyway, so I'll make one more. I've picked Dinosaur, and then we'll pick Festival at the Lion King. It says I've already got one at that time, so I can't do that. Continue as this guest. Yes. Next. See if it'll let me. So it removed me. Yeah, okay. It's going to replace Dinosaur because I had it at the same time. There's an hour window. See, this window is right between 9:30 and 10:40. Show time's 10 to. So because the windows overlap, then I can't make it. But we'll just stick with the one and move on. Okay, so we're done. No thanks, I'm done. I've got my one FastPass for Festival of Lion King. Typically, I wouldn't add one for that early in the morning, but I'm going to anyway. All right, so that's it. I've got a FastPass. Boom. That's all I need to do. I could add more, but we're going to stick with that. All right, so we'll come back here. Okay, so that's how you can quickly and easily make a FastPass Plus. You've got to have a valid ticket. I have an annual pass, so I can make a FastPass without having any tickets. But you have to have a valid ticket to make a FastPass. Now, if you're a Disney Resort guest, you can make a FastPass at 60 days. You can make your reservation at 60 days. If you're not staying at a Disney hotel, then you have to wait till 30 days to make your FastPasses. Or even if you're not staying at a Disney, it doesn't matter what hotel. If you're not staying on property, it works the same way. If you have tickets, you're not staying on property. Like me, I could only make them for 30 days because I don't have a Disney reservation, even though I have an annual pass. So 30 days if you're staying off-site, if you're not staying in a Disney hotel, even if it's the Swan and Dolphin, 30 days. Disney hotels, 60 days. Okay, so after you make your reservations, you just wait. You go up to the little FastPass on the day and the time. You don't go early. I mean, you can go early, but you're probably not going to get in. So you go up, you put your magic band right on the little Mickey head, and the light turns green, and you're happy. And you go in and you ride the ride. All is good. Okay, so let's say you want to change a FastPass. So let's go back here and let's go back. You can't see that because I didn't change it over. All right, let's go back and change a FastPass. Okay, so we're going to go to My Disney Experience. Let's just go to My Reservations and Tickets because we can see this FastPass in the reservations. Hotel tickets and passes. So come on. All right, it shows my annual passes. Here's our FastPass. So we're going to view the details. Come on, work faster internet. I got to have a faster internet. Okay, so excuse me, took a drink real quick. So let's change this one. We want to modify this FastPass. All right, and we're going to do it as Carl Trent. And We are going to choose something different. Let's go back and get that dinosaur experience. Okay, so we are going to replace Festival of the Lion King, and boom, we now have a dinosaur. Real easy. You can do this either on your computer like I'm doing it. You can do this on your phone. You can do anywhere. You've got the My Disney Experience app. Very simple, very easy. Push buttons. You can even cancel them. And all right, so the bottom line is FastPass Plus is amazing. It is the #1 way to avoid crowds at Walt Disney World. Very easy to do. Boom. 1, 2, 3. And that's that. Okay. All right. Next, I gotta get my. See this? It's upside down. That's better. Can you see what that is? The crowd calendars, these are the 2019 crowd calendars. As I said, this is Crowd Month. Next week, we're going to be rolling out the 2019 crowd calendars. So if you've been waiting for the 2019 calendars, wait no more. Next week, they're going to be here. We're going to have all kinds of fun with the crowd calendars. And I think you'll see that there's a lot of changes, but as always, it's a lot the same. So 2019 crowd calendars will be out next week. So if you're waiting for those, here they come. All right. Speaking of the crowd calendars, we're into questions. If you have a question that you want to ask Dad, we've already got a couple of them that have already been put down in the comments. Put it down in the comments, and I'll get to them here probably in about 15, 20 minutes, and I'll answer them all. So be sure and put your questions down in the comments. Also, if you weren't here when we started, I am giving away a book today. This is Dad's book. Actually, this is the old book. This is the new book. We're giving away the old books. The only difference is the cover. The only thing we've changed between the old book and the new book is the cover. So if you would like a new book, just put a comment down below. Put a question, put a comment, like, share. And we're going to pick a winner here at the end, and we're going to give away another book. We gave away one last week to Jason, and he was really happy when he got it. Or Justin, I said Jason, but it's Justin. Justin got one, and he's really happy about it. So if you'd like a book, put it down and say, I want the book. That's a great book, Dad. I want a book. Oh, and by the way, these are signed. I have signed them. I will sign them. I have signed them. I will sign them. You'll get it. It will be a signed copy of the book. Pretty cool, right? Like you want my signature. Anyway. All right. Question time. Here we go. Here's the first question. This one comes from Andrea in Aruba. Pretty cool. In Aruba. I would like to visit Walt Disney World for 2 weeks in 2019. Can you tell me when will be the best time to be there considering the crowds? It's going to be our first visit, and we were thinking about the last week of February and the first week of March. Would it be a good time? Well, Andrea, as I just said, next week we're going to roll out our 2019 crowd calendars, but let's talk about the best time to visit Walt Disney World. Number one, we have a page called The Best Time to Visit Disney, .html. The link's going to be down below. The best time to visit is anytime you can. But when we're talking about crowds, some times are better than others. You're talking about the end of February, 1st of March. That's a good time to go. It may not be the best time. Probably crowd-wise, it's not the best time because that first week of March has started to get busy. This year, I know it was pretty busy that first week of March. The crowds are starting, the spring break crowds are starting to come earlier and earlier. Actually, for avoiding crowds, the best time of the year to go is September. Now, it's hotter. You've got to deal with possible hurricanes. Not really. That doesn't happen very often, but it's possible. You've got lots of rain, more rain, but literally September is the time of lowest crowds. And anytime in September, the whole month of September, you can go over to our crowd calendar. I know it's still the 2018 crowds, but the 2019 calendar is much the same as the 2018, especially in September. Crowds have not changed in September for years, even with all the changes that have been going on around the year. September is still that slow and easy month. September, you have the Food and Wine Festival and Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Now, February and March, you've got the beginning of the Flower and Garden Festival, so maybe you've got it. It's kind of that in-between time between the Flower and Garden Festival and the Festival of the Arts. But September, you do have some really nice things to do. It will be hotter, it will be wetter, but September, crowd-wise, the bottom line is September, crowd-wise, is the best time to go. The whole month of September, from mid-August through the end of September, 1st of October, it starts getting busy. So that period from the next to last week in August all the way through the end of September. If you're going for 2 weeks, I'd go 2 weeks in the middle of September. Okay. Next question. This one comes from Amber from Fresno, California. Hi, Dad. How is the weather in April? We are from Cali. That's what she put. We are from Cali. April weather is nice, but not warm enough for swimming pool or water park. Should we plan for these activities? Also, will it rain? I hear it rains all the time. Is April a wet month, or should I pack ponchos? Okay, so Amber, here you go.
Seems it never rains in Southern California.
Love this song. I just love that song. Been one of my favorite songs for a long time. Seems it never rains in Southern California. I sing good, don't I? Anyway, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't. All right, so let's talk about Walt Disney World and April. Like everywhere, Orlando weather can be a little bit unpredictable. Now, to say April averages temperatures about high of 83, low of 63. Very swimmable, high of 83. That's a really nice swimming temperature. Yeah, you can pretty much swim year-round. I've seen people in the pools at Disney World. It was cold because the pools are heated. So I've seen them in the pools in mid-December. Of course, I was there one year in December when it was 93 degrees. So it can be hot all year long. It can get cold too, but April typically is going to be plenty warm to go swimming. Now, about the rain. April typically has 4 days a month, 4 days in the month of April of rain. That is the historical average. That's not to say you couldn't hit a monsoon time and get rain every day. But typically you don't get a lot of rain in April. That's just the pattern, the typical pattern. So, would you bring ponchos? Absolutely. Always bring ponchos. You might not use them, but it's time to bring ponchos. 4 compares to like June, July, and August when it's 12, 13, 14 days of rain in June, July, and August. So not really the rainy season. It's the dry season. April is the dry season in Florida. So the bottom line is April is really one of the nicest nicest times of the year to visit Walt Disney World. You've got the Flower and Garden Festival. The flowers are all beautiful. It's just a great time. Temperatures are very comfortable. Very little rain. It's just a good time to go. And if you go after, Easter, if you go the week after Easter, the crowds go away too. Now, through Easter, yes, you'll see big crowds. But after Easter, the crowds go away. Okay, next question. This one comes from Lisa. Dad, we are coming to Walt Disney World, first timers, November 10th through 18th. We are staying in a Disney resort. If we book FastPasses 60 days before we arrive and then stay off the resort, perhaps staying with friends, would we forfeit our FastPass reservations? Thanks. Well, Lisa, I was pretty sure I knew the answer to this, but I wanted to go to the experts, so I called on my friends at Destinations to Travel to come to get the correct answer for this. So Nancy Castile, one of the agents over at Destinations to Travel, sent me an answer, and here's what she says. This is kind of a tricky question. Your fast passes are connected to your tickets. So if you book it fast passes at 60 days and cancel your reservation, then yes, you would forfeit those fast pass picks. However, if you have a room only reservation, so if you had a total reservation that included your tickets, the fast passes would go away because the tickets are tied to the room if you had a package reservation. So if you have a room only reservation and you added tickets separately, you could keep those fast passes if you cancel your room only reservation prior to 30 days. That is because you could keep those fast passes if you don't cancel your room only reservations prior to the 30 days. Oh, the room. Okay, so if you have I'm trying to make sense of all this. I should have read this beforehand, and I did, but I didn't read it good enough. So if you have a room only reservation, you don't make any payments. It's about when you make payments. You don't make any payments on a room only reservation until you arrive at Walt Disney World. You make a deposit, and that's it. So if you have a package and you cancel it, they're going to go away. If you have a room-only reservation, you cancel it, they're going to go away. But if you have a room-only reservation and you keep it up until the 30-day mark pass and then cancel it, you get your money back, but you've not paid any more. You have to pay for the package before. But if you keep it up through the 30-day, then it's okay. I know that's really confusing. So if you cancel your reservation, your room reservation prior to 30 days, yes, you're going to lose your fast passes. Now, if you keep your room only reservation past the 30-day mark and then cancel it, you don't lose your fast passes. That's how it works. I would say, Lisa, that we've got some really, really, really good prices on rooms for that week that you're going. That November 10th through 18th. We're throwing a party that week. We've got some rooms blocked off. We got the Pop Century at $100 a night. Great. So if you want to go to Disney World early November, Dad will probably have something, and you probably have a chance or two to meet Dad that week. So if you want to go that week, around November 12th, 13th, if you want to go that week, get in touch with Destinations to Travel. Go over to our Destinations to Travel page, send them a note, tell them, hey, Dad told me about the special deal, and let them see if they can get you in on our room-only deal, on our room deal, our special deal that we've got going in November. All right. Hope that helps, and I hope I didn't muddy it up too bad. Nancy gave me a good answer, and I just didn't read it right. Okay. Next question. This one comes from Willie from Fort Smith, Arkansas, just right down the road, about 3 hours. I'll be through there on Monday, actually. I'm going through Fort Smith on Monday. All right, Willie here says, hey, Dad. Hey, Willie, I am in the midst of planning our family vacation to Disney World in June 2019 and wonder if there are any of the Avengers located in any of the parks. From what I've seen when I Google it, it looks like the Avengers are not allowed in Disney World because of the contract with Comcast. Thanks in advance. Well, Willie, my first reaction is to say a definite no. Because of the contract with Comcast Universal, Disney is not allowed to put any of the Marvel comic characters, most of the Marvel comic characters in the park. Not exactly sure how that wording works because there are a couple of Marvel characters in the parks right now. And that's where the answer might just be yes. Because there's something coming that might change this answer. Okay, play the last music, Carl. Anybody know what that's from? I love that song. I love that movie. Do you know what movie that's from? Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, that's right. Guardians of the Galaxy. On, I got the name, well, whatever date, when the new Avengers Infinity War movie comes out, the trailers and some of the, last year when the Guardians of the Galaxy movie came out, it showed that the Guardians of the Galaxy are joining the Avengers. I don't know if they're going to be really Avengers, but they are going to be in the Infinity War movie, and they are actually in the parks right now. Baby Groot and Star-Lord have a meet and greet. So as to Avengers, if you're talking about Hulk, if you're talking about Iron Man, if you're talking about Captain America, no, they aren't in the Orlando park. Now, they are in California, but they're not in Florida. So they're not in Disney World. But the Avengers are, and technically, are they going to be? I said the Avengers. The Guardians of the Galaxy are. But technically, they might. I know, you purists are saying, no, they're not Avengers. They're not Avengers. I don't know. Let's wait and see. All right. Next question. All right. This one comes from Brighton in Norman, Oklahoma. Brighton, he's got a real long question. Basically, it boils down to, should he, their first time, they've got kids ages 6 and 4, they're staying off-site, and they want to know how long to stay. They've got it booked right now where they're there for 8 days, 7 nights. They're going to be 5 days in the park, plus they have a day of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. So 6 days in the park, and they're wondering if they should expand that to something longer. How long should they plan in the parks? Okay, Brighton, here you go. You're going to Disney World. This is going to be good. I'd probably stick with the 6-day in the park plan that you have. Typically, I recommend 2 days for the Magic Kingdom, 2 days for Epcot. Right now, 1 day for Disney Hollywood Studios, 1 day for Animal Kingdom. And that Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party ticket that you have is a good counter for the second day in the Magic Kingdom. So the 6 days, I think, is a good number. I think if you expand it and add 2 more days, it could get into a little bit of overkill, especially with your kids that young. You don't want to overdo it. So I think staying at 6 days, your 8-day with travel, I think that's kind of the perfect ideal time. You get much more, and it can be a little much. It's time to get back home, especially with the young ones. So the bottom line is, I think stick with your plan. I think it's a good plan. More is not always better. 8 days might be just a little bit of overkill. Okay. Trying to buzz through these. I got 1, 2, 3 more. Boy, I gotta move. All right, here we go. Next one comes from Slava in Texas. She says, if a family of 4 dines at Ohana, can they pay for 2 of the meals with the dining plan and the other 2 out of pocket? Slava, absolutely. This has been a change over the years with the Disney dining plan. It used to be everybody at your table had to have the Disney dining plan. Now they've fixed that. I don't know why they ever did it that way, but now they fixed it to where, you can have half of your party on the plan, half of it not. That's no big deal. You need to tell your server, and you will probably get 2 checks. You will get 2 checks, one for the cash and one for the dining plan. Just tell your server what you want to do. No problem. You can do it. All right, and bottom line is, Ohana, I want to go. Can I go with you? Anyway, there you go. All right, trying to buzz through these so we can get to your questions. By the way, if you have a question, put it down in the comments now so we can get to them, so I can get to them here in a couple minutes. And we will answer all the questions before we get through today. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3 of them already. So give us a couple more so we can answer your questions. All right. This one comes from Samantha in Springfield, Massachusetts. Samantha says, "Hey Dad, my friends and I are planning on our first joint spring break trip to Walt Disney World together. All of us except for one have been previously, but our parents have planned those trips. None of us have ever planned a weekend trip, let alone a vacation before. We want to get the most out of our trip. We are planning on going from March 15th to March 22nd, 2019. Do you have any advice for first-time planners that haven't been to the parks before?" Well, let's see. Do I have any advice for first-time planners? Yeah, Samantha, absolutely. That's what this book is all about. That's what my book is all about. It was written with first-time planners in mind. It walks you through every step, from making your hotel reservations, from planning when to go, from even how to create a budget, from what rides or how to pick the rides you're going to ride, when to go. All of that stuff is in here. Basically, it's 250 pages, 249 pages of just exactly what you want. Advice for first-time planners. That's what the book is all about. You need to get Dad's Simple, Fun, Magic Guide to Walt Disney World Planning. There's just nothing better you can get to help first-time visitors plan your trip. And it's fun. It's fun. Trust me. If you're planning a trip, you need Dad's book. It's just that simple. The bottom line is, I could go in and go step by step and we'd be here for hours. But that's what the book does. It takes you step by step. So go get the book, and all the great advice is right there in the book, including just go have a good time. This is fun. It's simple. It's magic. All right. Next question comes from Claire from the Isle of Wight. I've never had somebody from over there. Well, from that aisle. I've had lots of UK questions. But here we go. Claire says, "Hello, Dad." Hi, Claire. "I'm asking about hiring a wheelchair at the parks at Walt Disney World. I know that you yourself hire an ECV when you're in the parks, but I'm looking to rent a standard wheelchair for my son. We will be at Walt Disney World from the 26th of November to December 6th. What do you think that time of year we will have trouble getting a wheelchair or have any problems with him running out? We're considering getting one for the full holiday at the hotel, but rather only get one when my son needs it, possibly later in the day. What's your opinion, Dad?" Well, Claire, this one, it's something I do know a little about because I've had to do this recently. Yes, I rent ECVs, but where you rent the ECVs is also where you rent the wheelchairs. So I see the wheelchairs and I kind of know what happens with the wheelchairs. So yes, you can rent wheelchairs at all the parks. You rent them at the same place you get the ECVs. All the parks have them. As to being able to get them in the afternoon, most of the year, including the time you're going, yes, absolutely. You can get them in the afternoon. You can get them pretty much anytime. They've got plenty of wheelchairs. The last thing they want to do is run out. For that time period that you're going, the end of November, that week after Thanksgiving, you're not going to have any problem getting one. So the bottom line is, don't worry about it. It's all good. You'll be able to get your wheelchair every day that you're there. All right, so that's the last question. So it's time for your questions. Before we do that, so I don't forget, I'm going to give the book away right now. We're giving away the old cover copy of Dad's book, all signed. So the winner is Valerie Jones. Valerie Jones, you're the winner today. So congratulations, Valerie. You won the book. So I didn't forget to give it away this week because last week I did. Anyway, so there we go. Let's see what kind of questions we have. And Valerie, by the way, asked, what do you think of the Disney timeshare? Thank you in advance. Valerie, the Disney Vacation Club is probably the best timeshare, timeshare program in ever. I mean, compared to all the other timeshare, it is the one that is, when it comes time, when you decide you don't want it anymore, you have so much better chance of getting someone else to take it over for you and getting your money back. With other timeshares, you're lucky to get 10 cents on the dollar. But with the Disney Vacation Club, Disney guarantees a price if you want to sell it later down the road. And you've got time at Disney. You can pick and choose which resort you want to stay at. You can use it to go on a cruise. You can use it to go to Alani. You can use it to go out to Vero Beach and some other places. It's very, very handy, and I think it's a great program. I just keep kicking myself that I let Mrs. Mom talk me out of it back when it first came on, and I could get it for like $50 a point. I thought it was less than that, but somebody said it was 52 or 57 at first. I think it was less than that. But way back then, I wish I'd have joined way back when we were first married. But I didn't, and alas, here I am still dreaming of owning the Disney Vacation Club. When it is best is if you go every year or every other year and you stay in at least a moderate resort. If you stay in a value resort every year, it doesn't really make monetary sense but if you want to stay in a moderate or deluxe resort and you go every year or every other year, then you can, sorry, I got distracted. If you go every year, every other year, you should buy the Disney Vacation Club. It just makes monetary sense. All right, next question. Sheila says, I'm not sure what the advantage is to the My Disney Experience store openers. What is more convenient than a Magic Band? Sheila, I have no idea. I don't understand it. The only thing I can think of is maybe somebody's on their phone and they don't want to reach down with their Magic Band. Or I know I take the Magic Bands off at times and put them in the backpack because they get hot. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe some people, if you've lost your Magic Bands, at least you have a backup way of getting in. I don't know. They may be replacing Magic Bands. I didn't say that out loud, did I? I know that, we've never seen them at Disneyland. So there is some talk, there has been some talk in the past that Disney wants to move away from the wearable technology, from the Magic Band technology. I don't believe that. That would be about as dumb as doing away with Disney dollars. Oh yeah, they did. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me, Admiral. I think I said that earlier. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, Michelle asks, what are your thoughts about Sweet Spells closing? What's happening with that? So, Sweet Spells is a candy shop at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And they announced this morning that it's closing. What they're doing with Sweet Spells is they're building a Toy Story gift shop in that area. That's going to turn into that, and the store next to it are going to turn into a Toy Story gift shop. So they're doing away with Sweet Spells and putting in a Toy Story gift shop with the opening of Toy Story Land. So that's why it's closing. Now, some of the items are going to be available at other places around Disney's Hollywood Studios, some of the big items that everybody wants, but unfortunately, that's going away. I don't know what I think about it because I never stopped in there, so it's just one of those places where, as much as I talk about desserts and sweets, I don't usually go towards desserts and sweets other than Dole Whips and Mickey bars. Sometimes, but I'm more likely to get a pretzel or something a little less sweet. So I've never been in Sweet Spells. All right. Last question. Here we go. Right on time. We are eating dinner. This one comes from Cheryl. We are eating dinner at Ohana. Can we request to be by the windows ahead of time for the fireworks? There is no way for you to request that in advance. Now, when you go to Ohana, you start out, you go up to the podium, which is outside in the lounge area. You go up to the podium, you tell them you're there, and you can make that request then. That's when you would make that request. I love sitting in the windows and watching the fireworks. We always try to time our Ohana dinner for the fireworks so we can watch the fireworks from Ohana. I'll say that there are a lot of tables you can see the fireworks from, but if you get one of those window tables, it's the best of all worlds. But yes, you can't do it in advance, but you can do it when you get to Ohana and come and tell them you're there. All right, so it is 1 o'clock. It is time for Dad to quit. I hope you enjoyed this week. I hope you enjoyed Lunch with Dad. Thank you to Celebration Shirts for sponsoring Lunch with Dad. We've given away the book. Congratulations, Valerie. Don't forget about the free dining waitlist. Free dining could drop. We've already had Disney cast members saying it was coming today. It didn't come today. Disney cast members, sometimes you don't get the best information from them. But so it didn't come today, but could it come Monday? Absolutely. We'll try. If we get any kind of heads up, we will let you know. There hadn't been any rumors out there, so it was really surprising to hear that it was going to drop today. So there hadn't been any rumors out there like there usually is. If as soon as we hear about it, we'll let you know. But go get on the wait list. Get on the wait list now, and let Destinations to Travel start helping you with your vacation. All right. We'll talk to you next week. Look for the crowd calendars coming out this week. If you haven't already, go over to Amazon and buy Dad's book. It's a good book. It's a really good book. Okay. Hope you enjoyed today, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching Dad's video. For more simple, fun, magic Walt Disney World information, go to Dad's Guide to WDW.com. You can do that by clicking the I button that's popping up on the screen right now. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more Dad's YouTube videos with Daditude.